I got to see Pinocchio, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little apprehensive to go to a what I considered at the time a children's ballet, because I've been to recitals and everybody claps and they're cute, but it was fantastic. Absolutely, like I was totally impressed because I've seen the Nutcracker on a big stage with it was back when I lived in Kentucky, and honestly, looking back, I'm fairly certain it was the Kentucky Ballet that did it. It was in school, but so, going to a school performance and it being equally impressive. I mean, the stage is smaller, but the dances were every bit as good. I was extremely impressed.
Youth
yes, extremely impressed. So you all have actually been able to give some scholarships because of your sponsorships. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes. Actually, Darcy is one of our scholarship recipients. And we, last year, I was so excited because I was actually able to award over $2,000 in scholarships to our students.
Wow.
And this isn't something that I take lightly. I really consider seniors or juniors in high school to be primary candidates for that. Students that are showing initiative as far as, a desire to head in a professional direction, professional
like 17 classes a week.
Like 17 classes a week. There you go. And that's just ballet classes. So, but yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for people like Mike Penzone, Lila, who's working with us now, on the Nutcracker. Her part is going to be very interesting, which we're going to probably do a second show later about, and we're not going to give you a hint yet, but, it's going to be a much bigger collaboration later down the road. But, working with other organizations and having sponsors like the Women's Group, the Floor Store. Let's see here. We've got so many. Papa's Pizza, the Poulos Insurance. These are all businesses, local businesses that have decided to support what we're doing. And through them, through their sponsorship, we're able to put on the productions.
Right.
And then the ticket sales help pay for those scholarships and opportunities for the students.
The ticket sales are, with the first production, and I had this huge budget and was scared to death right up to the last minute. But we were depending on, I made the decision to fund the outreach programs, to do what it takes to make that happen. I was just bound and determined, and was depending on the public performances. We had 4 of them. We had really inexpensive ticket prices for military and their families, and different organizations, so that they could afford to bring the entire family. The ticket sales were kind of disappointed and left us with in the hole for the budget and no funds for future productions. However, working with other business leaders in the community, and through generous donations, through the generosity of the owners that I manage their personal properties, that donated their weeks in their units for the performers to be able to reside there during that week, and also donated weeks for us to do a fundraiser for free vacations on the beach. Amazing. So Robert Beasley made a very generous personal contribution through his law firm, and then all of the companies that we worked with, like Deluxe Printing Company, that did all of our printing and posters and invitations and programs at cost, and the Kent's that provided the stage at a very low cost that we needed to add on the stage in the theater, and just every single person that we worked with that we had to pay in order to make it happen, through their generosity, brought the budget way down and made it manageable. So, and it's the ticket sales in the end that fund us for the next promotion and the next and the next. And so I encourage people, listen, if you can't attend the performance, buy a ticket and donate it to underserved children in the community that would never be able to whose parents couldn't afford to go at any price.
Right. The point I would like to add to what Lila just said is she kept saying the next. People like Lila and myself were visionaries, and artistic directors tend to be visionaries. We're always looking ahead to the next thing. And, what we're creating at the time is our focus for that moment. But then it's not like a typical job where, you come in and every day's the same. We're always looking to the next project. And so what I would like to say is, first of all, thank you to all of those who have sponsored us in the past.
Yes.
And for those of you who are listening who might be considering sponsoring us now, I want you to understand that your money is never going just to that performance. It's always going to the next thing. It's always going to go farther. And so it's such a nice thing to receive those sponsorships and those donations from you. And, I personally like to have a relationship with my sponsors, and I've had my students write letters, thank you letters to the sponsors, explaining to them their experiences over summer workshops that they've gone away for, New York, San Francisco, Oklahoma City Ballet, are several of the ones that they've attended. And, the experience is something that they can't get locally, that carries them to the next level. And so those are the things that that your money is going towards, not just the performance.
And Darcy, you can chime in on that. What has it meant to you to be able to receive, scholarship funding from those?
Oh, it's been amazing. I was so fortunate to be able to receive a scholarship this year, and it helped me be able to go away for this summer and the last 2 years ago. I actually went to Central Pennsylvania Youth Ballet and trained there for their summer program, and that was an amazing experience, and I learned so much, and I was able to come back and bring that into the next year and feed that into my training and take what he's saying and take what they're saying and just, make it better and keep progressing. And I was actually, like I said, fortunate enough to receive a scholarship this year to be able to go to Nashville Ballet's summer program. And I learned and experienced so much there. I kept, notebooks. After every class, I would write down notes and corrections that I received. So I would be able to come home and apply those corrections and apply Mr. Michael's corrections and all of my teachers and just keep getting better and better, because I'm being able to go out and not only start, networking in the world and in the field of ballet, but I'm able to receive instructions from multitudes of professionals and people who I might otherwise never be able to come in contact with or see or get looked at or get corrections from. So it's been an amazing experience just to be able to grow and learn so much through those and through the scholarship. So at
Darcy's, at the point where Darcy's at her age, and she's a senior in high school this year, wanting to pursue a professional career as a ballet dancer, at this point in the training, she is thinking about resume. Right. She came to me just 2 days ago and made a comment, asked me a question. I won't share that, but she asked me a question and she, made a comment that she's really trying to build her resume right now. And this is exactly what we want in our students, that kind of mindset. And so, and train with these teachers, this is a great opportunity for her to add teachers, to add locations to her resume, to add experience. But that comes at a cost. And right. I'm gonna have Robin speak to this in a second. But what we're trying to do, when you these schools that are holding these summer programs, they hold auditions throughout the year. And Robin is amazing at making an audition schedule for her daughter. I've never seen anything like it. She sent it to me. It was a little overwhelming. But it's expensive to travel to all of these auditions. So one of the things that we've tried to do at our school at LaBelle is invite companies in to actually audition at our location. So our students don't have to travel to them. They come to us. And that's made a big difference. I'd love for you to speak to that.
Sure. I'll tell you. These sponsorships are a huge blessing to the families who receive these scholarships, because this level of ballet training where Darcy and others at the school are at right now is very expensive. I mean, just like a lot of very serious pursuits, it comes at a great cost. And as Michael mentioned, we did quite a bit of traveling last year, all over the country, really, going to different auditions, because for each summer program with a professional ballet company, you have to audition to even get accepted into the program. So literally, we went to Houston, we went to Miami on several occasions, Boca Raton, Atlanta, Nashville. We kind of, made the rounds, and just for a 2-hour audition. And obviously that, incurs cost with hotels and travel and all. And then once you get accepted to a summer program and decide which one, they're very comprehensive. They're long. I mean, Central Pennsylvania Youth Ballet was 5 weeks. And so they're, you're paying for housing. So these are like upwards of $5,000, $6,000 for the summer. So the fact that we are blessed with these scholarships, it is tremendous. It really enables families to be able to send these serious students away for this professional level training that we could not otherwise do. Every parent wants the best opportunities for their child, and these scholarships really make it possible that we can do that. And it's just wonderful. We can't thank them enough, and hopefully it'll continue. It's just a huge blessing, and it provides so much more than just you writing a check. You're really just benefiting the organization, the families, the individual dancers, and of course the community. So thank you.